And now I'm going to go ahead and show you how easy the cards are to make them. And to show you just how easy they are, I want you to know I haven't even made the March cards yet. I haven't even made anything out of the March kit. So I'm going to start with the kit. First of all, in this, another nice thing you get is some other ideas on how to use that free stamp set. So those are really great. I like to keep all those little ideas. So when I do the thing, I just get all my materials out. Hopefully I have them all. And I'm going to get one of each thing that I need to do these cards. So, and all I'm doing is looking at the picture that comes with it. I will tell you, I do not use these are your little adhesive dots. You can make everything in the kit with these. I just am not a fan. I would rather have my snail or my mono glue because it's much faster for me. These are tedious for me. But you can technically complete everything with them. And then you have this little thing that you will not even be able to see that thing, but those are little tiny clear raindrops. Crazy. But those will give some dimension to things. So I've got my envelopes, one of each. So I'm going to slide those out of the way. So I'm just going to continue laying these pieces out for each of the cards that come in that March No Matter the Weather kit. So we're going to need one of the blue pennants for the pink envelope, one of the pale pink pennants to go with the yellow envelope card, and then one of the stitched circles to go with that green striped lined card. All of the cards on this are already pre-printed, so it's super easy. Just fold the card base in half along the score line and you just set it aside. So we've got the kind of cloudy, dreary one that goes with the green envelope. The girl in the boots goes with the pale pink envelope, and then the blue sky goes with the yellow envelope. So the next thing you're going to do is it comes with 4 sheets of these fun die cuts. So you need each of them punched out. You need the colorful rain boots to go with your girl. You're going to go ahead and punch out the orange rain boots with flowers for the yellow envelope card, along with the one of the little rabbits. The yellow boots go with the green envelope card as well as the flowers. And then you're going to go ahead and take one of those hearts and pop it out for your yellow card that has the rabbit. So as you begin these, if I were doing all of the cards, I would be laying them all out and doing one card at a time to work on an assembly line method. So for this particular method, I'm going to line those cards up in the order that they're lined on your instruction page, and then I'm going to start by doing all the stamping first. So we're going to stamp each of the sentiments first. So we will start with the amazing stamp set, or stamp from the weather stamp set. And I believe, yep, there it is. Basic gray, pink, and it goes on the blue tag. You are capable of amazing things. Press down, pop off. That one's done. If you're making these with me, I would sit and be making all 4 of those. If there's a card that you don't love out of here, don't make it up unless you just want to get it done. You might want to choose to turn your things into the alternative projects. So that's going to go there. Now we're going to do the weather. We're in this weather together, which we used earlier. No matter the weather, we're in this together. That goes on the circle, the stitched circle, for your green envelope card. Okay, now we're done with that. And the last saying is Let Love Grow, and I believe that no, that's not, that one's I Believe in You. Let Love Grow, there it is. Because all of these cards primarily use the weather stamp set that came with it. That other stamp set, remember, that's your bonus as a happy birthday 7 years of paper pumpkin from Stampin' Up. Okay, so that's all the stamping that I need to do at the moment. So now, I'm not even using the instructions. I haven't read the instructions. I'm just looking at the picture. So I'm just going to tell you up front. If you read the instructions, you might find that I did something wrong or different. I am going to go ahead and do my boots. They may or may not be dimensional. I can't tell, but there's a little piece there you need to pop out. Because I like dimensionals and I have them, I'm going to put them on. So again, you're just popping those tabs off. And I'm just looking at the card sample. And there are complete directions. I'm just not really using them. I'm a visual learner, so I do better to just look and see things. I'm going to do my rabbit next. I'm going to, again, you can use your big dimensionals if that's your option of what you have. I'm going to choose to do the minis so I can get one up in that ear space. If you don't want to use up your dimensionals for this, you can put everything on flat. Now, I'm overlaying my rabbit slightly. Oops. Just realized I can see a bit of that dimensional there. I'm overlaying that rabbit slightly over the boots so he looks more like he's in front of the boots. And then I'm going to do my heart flat. Back behind the bunny's ear. Next item is the twine. And I'm going to bring this picture over in front of me. So that is not going around there. They have just tied a bow of twine and left it long and stringy. It's not tying around anything on this particular card. So literally, you just tie a bow, and I like to, whenever possible, tie with my ribbon or twine on the bolt or the roll so that I waste as little as possible. Now, it is a pretty long, stringy bow that they have on there. I don't know how I feel about that, so mine's probably not going to be quite as long and stringy. I'm going to just put some adhesive back there. You could use the adhesive dots that come with it. You could also use the glue dots if you have them. And because we have that bow, I'm going to pop up and dimensionalize the same. Again, it could go flat if you want. But I'm going to put it right around there, so I'm hoping that my bow loops can kind of hang out from it. That's how I'm doing it. Now, the last thing that I'm going to try on this card, because it looks to me like they're on there. Remember, I'm not looking at the directions. I'm just looking at the picture. I think I'm going to use my little scissors for this. I'm going to try to put some of these little clear dimensional raindrops. Think of them as sequins or rhinestones if you're trying to figure out how you want to place them. Granted, you could put more because it is rain, but you know, you don't have to have a terrible amount. Again, when I do sequins and buttons, embellishments of any kind, I like to use odd numbers. Just because odd numbers kind of keep your eye moving. I'm even going to put one there, and I think I'm going to put, there are some round ones at the bottom that kind of look like, yeah. I'm going to put that on my saying if I can get it to come off. Try again. Oh, I don't know. These circle ones are a little tedious. Let's see if they work any better with my pick tool. I just thought, oh, they do. Okay, this is why you need a pick tool. I like them for this reason. Let's see if the teardrops, the raindrops. See, the raindrops are harder to get up with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put another couple on here and then I'll call it good on that one. Okay, so that card is already done just like that. Super speedy. And because I have my Wink of Stella and I like it, I'm going to bling my little rabbit up just because I can. You can't do that based on the kit. But there is the first card done. And that one goes with the yellow envelope. Okay, the next card we have stamped the same. And it looks like we want to come in with that cloud that we used earlier. Which for me has gone MIA. It's on my scrub. I knew it had to be on my scrub. Okay. And they have used it with basic gray. And how do I know that? Because that's the ink spot that it came with. And anytime you get a paper pumpkin kit, all of the projects in the kit can be completed with what comes in it. So they aren't going to require you to have a different ink. And all of this stamping is doing is giving you some more dimension to that flat cloud line. Ooh, wow. Who knew? I thought I'd stamp off and get a little bit of different effects. Don't know that I love that, but it's all right. Okay. So there's my clouds. I've stamped them. Next is just about adding my things. Now, this one, you do take some twine around the boots as a pair. So for me, I would just wind the twine around a little bit. And they have tied it in a bow. I can tell you, I'm not going to tie it in a bow. I don't love it with the bow. I will like it with a knot. So that is what I'm going to do. If you love it with the bow, you can make a bow. I am going to do a knot. It's kind of like, why are these boots sitting in the grass with a bow of twine wrapped around them anyway? But because we're card makers, we do crazy things like that just to give dimension and some embellishment to our projects. Okay, now I'm going to do my same flat on this edge right, maybe about here. I'm going to pop up my boots. And I am trying to decide about these flowers. How do I feel about how do I want them? I think I'm going to do them like that. So I'm probably going to put a couple of dimensionals on them as well. So because I want the flowers to layer a little bit over the edge of my boots, and I want that grass to blend in and come over that saying, I'm layering it like so. Now the flowers, you want them to look real, like they're stuck down in the boots. So I'm kind of doing, I'm going to try to bring that up. This orangey flower, I've done it on top of the boots, and I tried to tuck under this other boot the greenery a little bit just to make it kind of look more real. And that card is done. That's all there is to it. So we have now completed 2 of the 3. The last one, sorry, I got to take a minute and clear my little area. These little dimensional papers are getting to me. So the last card is the one with the girl. She matches the box. So you've got the girl in her raincoat with a little bit of the umbrella peeking and her green boots. And the trick for this one, first of all, is to go through and pop out. Let me use my little pick tool that I've got. I've got the piercing in on one side right now anyway. That one did not like to come out. He wanted to stay in with his friends. So you want to pop out all those open spaces because you want to be able to see some of that background. And the trick here is you want to match up those green boots to the green boots on the girl. Okay, that's really the trick. The other thing that this card is going to do is you want to put your twine on first because this one does wrap. And what I mean is you're going to take your twine around the card like so a few times. Again, they ended in a bow. I'm not going to. I'm going to do a knot. I'm very picky with bows on twine. I'm not a huge, I would rather have a knot in twine than a bow. And it might just be because it's tedious. People who know me know I like the wow without a lot of work because when I started with Stampin' Up! 20 years ago, I had 4 little kids at home and things had to be able to go together very quickly, and I like things that go together quickly but look like they took me a while to do. That's one of the things I absolutely love about paper pumpkin kits. All the design work is all thought out for you. You don't have to take your time to do it. Your box comes to your door. It comes to your door and it arrives and everything is in the kit that you need in order to be able to complete the project. So I'm just checking to make sure. Oh, there was one other thing that this one did. And that was they added some raindrops. There it is. None of the 2 stamps I was looking at did not look like raindrops. Whoop. Sorry, that was loud. Did not look like rain to me. So, stamping up these little raindrops, and they've stamped them randomly all over the card so it looks like rain coming down. You can also go back in and stamp them off a little bit. They did it, looks like all the way down. So ideally I should have done this before my twine, clearly. But live and learn when you are being like me and not reading directions. The other piece that they did, the other stamping piece that they did, is this little stamp that looks like little lines. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that stamp in coordination with that other stamp set. So these are designed to mimic water puddles in the ground, okay? Remember, you're going to have your boots there. So I'm just doing them across the edge, and I may do them up a little bit randomly. We'll see. But the other thing you can do, the doorway on your other stamp set, the bonus stamp set, if you're putting that together, it's like it's missing an edge. And a clever demonstrator, not me, and I don't even remember who it was or I would tell you, she shared how she stamped that over here to kind of fill in that doorway, and it actually looked really cool on her project. She did 4 of those in a row in different colors, and it looked like a little row of flats or townhouses, brownstones, whatever you call them, wherever you live. So now that you've done all that, now we're ready. And remember, we're matching up the green boots. Match up the green boots, and you know you have your boots lined up perfectly. And the last thing to this is to put on the same. I am not going to dimensionalize it, but it's quite possible that you could dimensionalize it. And that card is done. Super easy. And we are done with that.